Alright, where were we? Was this it? Missing his boyfriends for 17 minutes. Akechi's ass. Where was the video that you guys were telling me about? Proof of justice. Alright, let's do it. What is this? Proof of justice 15 minutes. Alright, let's do it. Sorry for the little vent, guys. I'm just a little pissed off at Rooster Teeth because we tried reacting to Ruby, and everyone was telling me that Ruby is one of those things that they let people react to because apparently one of the people that were developing it passed away and they dedicated the series to them. And I'm like, all right, sure, more than happy to react to it, but I have a feeling from past experience that I won't be able to release it on YouTube. I react to it. Guess what? The video gets taken down due to copyright. I basically say, Rooster Teeth, I don't care if you take the money from the video. It's fine. I just want to share my reaction with my viewers. Guess what they say? No. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I posted on Patreon. You know why? Because fuck Rooster Teeth. Subtitles on. Sorry for the vent. I get about 3-4 copyright claims a day. I spend about 2 hours a week dealing with copyright claims. It rubs me the wrong way. Let's continue. Please don't tamper with these. For funny captions, switch to English Canada.
あれからもう3日か。ま、やれるだけのことはやったんだ。確かに、わけがわからねえけどよ。検事さんは約束通り、指導の立件に動いてくれてるんだろ。今、信じて待つしかねえ。違うか？
ですね。
飯食ったんなら手伝え。働かざる者食うべからずだ。
ありがとうございます。
Oh my god, I'm gonna miss this song. Oh my god, the crossword puzzles. What? Nani? Is he still doing the crossword? Oh, Akechi was doing it? Oh my god, he's having... Seriously?
クロスワードパズルか。与えられた謎を見過ごせないのは僕ら探偵の差がだけど。
Alright, Kira, keep it in your
ただ単に
pants.
分かりきった答えを埋めていくだけってのはどうにも味わいに欠けるね。
集中してるから少し黙っててくれ。
と言われても僕も暇だし。あ、君がチェスの相手をしてくれるなら少し
You
は
do realize coffee is an aphrodisiac, right?
これが終わったらな。
ならしばらくはこの退屈な謎を解くことにしよう。
He's solving puzzles with his left hand, eating chips with his
確か
right.
最近そんな歌い文句のやつがなんてね。
Proof of justice. Nani?
明智の字かそれ。我が輩も覚えてるぜ。確か前明智が珍しくそのパズルやってたよな。
ああ。
正義の証か。気にするなよ。ただの落書きだろ。けどあいつにとって正義って何だったんだろうな。まあ今となってはもう確かめる術もないけど。
Where's the subtitle? What did the cat say? Nani?
正義の証か。
Excuse me? Subtitle? What's the point of captions if they don't work?
ん？
今日
Fuck
休んでもらって
you!
いいですか？
Worthless piece of shit! Please shut the fuck up. Nani?
休みもらっていい？
Wait, what?
ん？
今日休みもらっていいですか？
Well, it's better than nothing. No matter how much I work, I still look like a twink version of Light Yaga. What?
さすが飲み込みが早いね。これは今度こそかもだな。
This is so much
だ
better.
といいんだけどな。
残念。どうやら僕が本気を
Oh,
出
is
す
this
のは
the one where it
まだ
bends over
お
and
預けみ
shows
たい
him
だ。
his ass?
ビリヤードって面白いよね。直接狙わずに自分の思い通りの状況を作り出す。計算し
Try the other video for correct subtitles. Man. Is it this one? Oh, it had the title changed so it wouldn't get taken down. Okay. I get you. I get you. Okay, cool. Sorry. What the F is this? Who the F is this? Kuma shipping Shuake. Wow, apparently I'm a meme now. Cool. Cool. I am a meme. I am a meme. I like being a meme. Being a meme is cool. You know when you transcend to the level of a meme that you're getting somewhere in life, right? Yeah, we'll edit this out and pop it on YouTube. Don't worry. Just scroll down. There's a link to the YouTube channel. It will go up on the gaming channel. If you want reactions, go to the reaction channel. The links are both there. Okay, please work. Please work. Oh my god, this video quality is so much better. What? They cut entire...
さすが飲み込みが早いね。これは今度こそかもだな。
だといいんだけどな。
残念。どうやら僕が本気を出すのはまだお預けみたいだ。ビリヤードって面白いよね。直接狙わずに自分の思い通りの状況を作り出す。計算し相手に反撃の隙を与えず、最後の最後まで相手を追い込んだ末。
What? But you sunk the black one. You're not supposed to sink his ball?
はい、ジ・エンドだ。
What? What rules are you playing by?
僕を楽しませるにはもう少し頑張ってもらわないとね。
いい根性してるな。けど次こそ負けない。
君って意外と負けず嫌いだよね。まあお互い様だけどさ。
少しくらい手加減
したら怒るじゃないか。それに僕に本気を出させたいんだろう。君のそんな顔が見れるなんて今日は誘った甲斐があった。もう一戦と行きたいとこだけど。
How much you guys want to bet these are in the hate banging quadrant? Just saying. I now know about quadrants. This is definitely the hate banging one. It's like the one with the robot girl and the horny guy that likes arrows. Kismesis. Yeah, that sounds about right.
喉が渇いてきちゃったな。レン、君はどう？
まあ
You know what I find funny? I always knew these types of relationships existed because, you know, they don't particularly last a long time, but they're like a flame that burns twice as bright for half as long. But someone actually plotted them all on a chart, like the periodic table. You know, the periodic table of relationships. It absolutely blows my mind. That is just insanity. That's how you know someone's been in lockdown before Corona.
確かに。
なら続きはまた今度にして店を変えないか？
ねえ、君確か明智くんの友達だったよね。一緒にゲームしてるのを何度か見かけたけど。
友達？
あれ、違ったっけ？
あ、いえ。
最近来てくれなくてさ、やっぱり忙しいのかな。例のほら、怪盗団騒ぎですっかり人気者だもんね。よければさ、君からもうち来てって言っといてよ。実は前から色紙にサインしてもらいたかったんだ。
I like how they have Tabasco sauce in the background.
わかり
Like,
ました。
take a look at that shit. Cheese and Tabasco. What are you guys serving here?
伝えておきます。機会があったら。
ありがとう。よろしく頼むね。お？
正義の証。
Nani?
この言葉に聞き覚えはありませんか？明智が前に言ってたとか。
さあ知らないけど気になるならそれこそ本人に聞いてみたら
These guys are gonna keep giving him Vietnam flashbacks. Yeah, thanks for reminding him, by the way. You guys are all dicks.
聞けたら苦労しないのにな。そ
Why
れ
don't
に
you
俺
ask
は
Saya?
なぜだか無性に
Oh
探
my
偵の
god,
真
this
似
is
事
where
が
they
してみ
went
た
on
か
their
った。
glasses thing with Kasumi. So cute. So cute. It was at that moment that Akechi wanted to murder Joker.
さあ聞き覚えないな。
そうですか。
うん、俺の知る限りは力になれなくて悪いな。
いえ、そんな。
明智君まだ高校生なのにいろんなこと知ってたからさ、すげえよな。
そうですか。
ただまるでもう大人でいなきゃいけないって言い聞かせてるみたいで放っておけないとこもあるけど。とこれは明智君には
分かってます。
ああ、よかったら聞いていくか。すぐ始まるから。
Why do I feel like watching Cowboy Bebop? That has such awesome jazz music. I heard they were remaking Cowboy Bebop, but I never heard any news about it. I would so watch the remake to that. An amazing series. One of the first I've ever seen.
「この間君を見習って軽く自炊をしてみたんだ。出来はあまり褒められたものじゃなかったけど、
Such a
得意
good
そうに
song.
見えるけどな。料理。
期待に添えなくて申し訳ないけど、
Oof.
そもそも料理自体に親しみがないしね。幼い頃から冷凍食品があれば事足りたし。
So
親に作っ
lonely.
てもらったりは。
What? No! That's not how this works. Get your butt back in there. The fuck? I would not be cockblocked at the point of entry.
しい感じがするって。
What the F was that? I didn't do shit! We get it, I'm a meme. Isn't this supposed to be after their talk in the steam room? You know, the one where they race to get unchanged and rechanged and redressed? I didn't do shit! Like, this was playing by itself. YouTube is like, ha ha ha, we're going to troll you.
前にも言ったけど、うちは
Quench thy
母
thirst,
親だけだっ
harlot.
たし、ろくでもない父に捨てられた後だから余裕もなかったんじゃないかな。
それは。
まあ、便利なものは使った
I
方
might
が
have to do a
時間を
character
無駄にしない
analysis on
し
Akechi
有
one of
効っ
these
てこ
days.
と。
There's so
空
much
いた時間で
material
勉
to
強すれ
work
ば
with.
効率もいい。
探偵王子の頭脳の秘密か。
それもあるけど、一番はいつまでも他人の世話になっているわけにもいかなかったからかな。
他人の世話。
母が死んだ後は親戚の間を転々としていてね。だから早く力が欲しかった。
一人でも生きていけるように。
Bathhouse was rank 6, this is rank
柄
4.
にもない話しちゃったな。そろそろ出ようか。
I had a few theories
せっか
during
く
our
だし、
playthrough.
もう少し
I
聞い
just
てい
have
こ
to get those out, use the references that I have
仕方ないな。
because a few of them were actually
で
on
も
point.
本当に少しだけだよ。この後は赤坂でテレビ出演の予定があるんだ。
う。売れっ子は大変だな。
それ皮肉？まあね、これも君たちみんなのおかげさ。すみません、同じのをもう一杯。
My god, he's thirsty. Damn. See, that's the power of music. Once a song gets associated with a memory or an emotion, it's stuck that way. Which is why it sucks to have a particular song associated with a person, because a very happy song can become a very sad and melancholy song. I've had it happen to a few songs that I really like. I can't listen to them without going, You know what I mean?
One for all! All for justice!
やもうだからダメだって。この前発売されたばっかりで高いんだぞあれ。
やだやだ買ってよ。
ちょっと話を聞きたいんですけど。え？
Wait, is that his persona? Oh my god. So Akechi is just a little boy that could never get the gift he wanted while he was growing up. That is so sad. So let me get this straight, and this is just a stab in the dark, because I've only played the game and I've had a bunch of theories. And apart from being a little boy that needed to grow up being his first persona, and that his second persona is basically the personification of his daddy issues, going from this toy, it literally looks like, to me, something that he really wanted as a kid he couldn't get because obviously his mother is a single mother and, you know, money would be tight. So he grew up wanting this toy. And obviously, like many adults, you grow up really wanting something. You never had it as a kid, and you were willing to pay an arm and leg for it because, you know, you didn't have it. And for him, it becomes one of his personas. That is really sad. It's sad because it shows what his character would have been at the beginning. He would have been idolizing justice. I mean, you don't become a detective because you want to kill people. You usually become a detective because you want to make the world a better and a safer place, or you have some answers that you want questioned. Like, the same reason why many people become psychologists. They don't necessarily want to work other people out. They want to work themselves out. So in this way, you could basically see that Joker wanted to spread justice and, you know, be a little bit like Robin Hood, a hero of the people. And then through growth and experience, he turns into a very malignant, double-faced trickster like Loki, if we want to look at Norse mythology, that uses tricks to fool people to get what he wants and betrays his allies. That's really sad. Because Akechi's not evil in the traditional, I do bad things because I'm a bad guy. He is someone who was in a very unfortunate set of circumstances where his mother was abandoned by the person that impregnated her. He grew up in a household without a father, a struggling mother. He, didn't have all the creature comforts of other kids growing up. He idolized justice in a particular system. He would have very quickly realized that the justice system doesn't work the way it should. The powerful can get away with just about anything because, power works that way. And he found out very quickly that in order to make change, you have to get your hands dirty and start playing the game rather than being idealistic like he would have been as a kid. This toy being and his persona being the personification of his idealism of a child, and Loki being the polar opposite of that, the persona that gets shit done. Akechi's a lot more complex than just one or the other. He's both, but then at the same time, his personality is split. It's really sad. There is a psychological thing. It's actually called splitting. And it's when the subconscious actually divides itself into very distinct personalities, or they call them as personas, in order to function and remain stability. And the thing is that both personas are actually Akechi. Akechi is actually both personas. But in order to maintain stability and functionality, they split into two distinct personalities that he can switch between. Which is probably what's happening. Which is why in the public face he is Robin Hood, boy detective, whereas behind closed doors he is Loki, the trickster. And that's sad. That's sad because it shows that he doesn't trust anyone. He doesn't have anyone close to him. He's completely alone. And he finds someone that he can relate to On some level, obviously, because the guy's got more personas than him. Because, you know, let's face it, Joker's got his own issues. But it ends the way it does. See what I mean by this would be such an interesting analysis video? It's a lot more complex than a lot of other characters. It's not an easy thing to just put in a box and say, this is Akechi. It's not that simple. There's a lot. And like you said, disorganized attachment style. Very much so. Very compartmentalized. He puts everything in its own box. It's all separated. So it's for multiple reasons. It's to not get hurt. It's to be effective. It's to cope with the environment he's in. It's to get things done. You know, all the it's a buildup of everything, of trauma, of experience, of everything. It's really sad. It's really sad. I don't know. I might first string together all these little spot analysis clips, and then if enough people are interested in it and enough people request it, I might actually fork out the 1-2 weeks to do a proper analysis, because it's practically like you'd basically have to write a proper essay. You can't just, well, this is the thing. You gotta actually back it up and explain it, you know? You can't just make claims. You gotta back it up with evidence, because this is complex. This is not simple. It's not simple. Oh, you can link her this. You can clip this if you want and link it to her.
いい汗かいた。このゲームなかなか楽しめるね。よくできてる。
The one thing I will notice is he's actually holding the he actually doesn't have formal training. He's holding the gun incorrectly. No, wait. It's actually that. Wait, let me take a look. 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 It's got the... Oh, fuck. He's actually holding it correctly. And actually, Joker's not doing too bad. He's actually got the cup hold. That's the way you're actually supposed to hold the gun, because the two thumbs are supposed to be pointing towards the target on the side, not underneath. They're actually holding the gun correctly. What the F? That's actually very rare for an anime. Well done. You can tell a lot by the way someone holds themselves or conduct themselves or holds a weapon. This is actually pretty well made.
でも前にも言ったろ。ちょっと懐かしい感じがするって。子供の頃こういうおもちゃの銃を買ってもらってさ。それでヒーローごっこしてたのを思い出すよ。
Did he have it?
友達と一緒にか。
It would have been very difficult for his mother to afford it.
いや。でも僕が正義の味方に扮すると。あの人は喜んでくれたから。
So his mother did get it.
それって。
Okay.
今はあの頃と違って一応仲間だけはいるしね。
See, that would explain a lot, because his mother dying, a lot can be contributed to stress and overworking to provide for her child. And all that rage would automatically go to his father, because he's responsible for that. Which would explain his, you know, borderline insanity with Loki. But then at the same time, he's got the daddy issues of wanting his father's approval. Even though he says he doesn't want it, he would want his dad's approval. Which is, I mean, he wants to kill him, but he could have killed him at any point and he hasn't. His whole plan is to go the way of Shakespeare of, you know, giving him what he wants and then in the final second saying, haha, I'm betraying you, with a whisper in his ear before he pulls the trigger. But, oh, it's such a messed up situation. It's really sad. Like, really fucking sad. I mean, if he just wanted to kill his father, he could have done it at any point. But he doesn't. That's fucked up. Damn. That's fucked up. Oh, there's a lot of trauma in this one. He's like anime antagonist level of trauma. Like Naruto anime antagonist. This is a lot of talk no jutsu therapy.
君最高だね。いつだって心が自由で羨ましい限りだよ。
Guilty Crown was pretty good. I really liked Guilty Crown.
あと数年早く出会えてたらな。何やってんの？ほら、早く。
See, that's... See, he says it right there. I'm sorry, I'm not going to nitpick too much. This is just me doing analysis on the spot. But just to make a mental note for myself, he basically sums it up right there. This sums up his character right there.
あと数年早く出会えてたらな。
There you go. That sums it up. That sums it up right fucking there. If only we'd met a few years earlier. That sums it up. At this point, his mind is already made. He's already walking the path of vengeance and there's no turning back. He says it right there. Two years earlier, Akechi wouldn't have become a murderer. That is true. And his personality would have split... his personality would have split a lot sooner, but he would have hit a breaking point where the scale would have tipped. He would have gone through... Because splitting doesn't occur... It's not a very easy thing to do. For someone's psyche to split like that, you need very acute trauma. He would have been borderline on a mental breakdown, and at a certain point, the scale would have tipped. And he would have gone from, I'm so sad, my life is horrible, I want to die, to, I am going to make that motherfucker suffer. That would have been the tipping point. And I'm willing to bet that is associated with his mother's death. His mother would have died. That would have pretty much broken him. That would have broken him. That would have made him depressed, despair, want death. And then that tipping point would have happened where he said, fuck it, I'm going to die anyway. I might as well make the fucker suffer. At that point, he would have already decided, I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to dedicate my life to vengeance. And once his mind was made up, nothing was off the table. Murder, extortion, like anything. He would have done anything to get vengeance, like basically. And this sums it up perfectly. If only we'd met a few years earlier. Yes, he wouldn't have been a murderer, but it's not so simple. His mind's made up. He's indulging himself a little bit. But at the end of the day, he knows that tomorrow night he's going to go and murder someone. This is just killing time. That's what's sad. He knows that having a friend would have made him happy. He knows that he could have had his place in society. He knows that had he met the Phantom Thieves 2 years prior, or 3 years, or however long it was, he might not have turned out this way, and he might still believe in his old idealistic way of being, justice and Robin Hood and doing things that way. But it's too late. His decision's already made. He's already walked down that path. You know, like Yoda says, once you walk down the dark side, forever will it control your fate. That's practically it. He's walked down that path, and it's too late for him. That's what I get from this. By all means, you can interpret it differently, but that's what I get from this line. This single line has so much meaning. Because his whole demeanor in this scene changes. I'm willing to bet that the tone and the way he's looking completely changes. Just saying.
限りだよ。もう一勝負するぞ。
あと数年早く出会えてたらな。
Notice how the music stops? Notice how everything fucking stops?
最高だね。いつだって心が自由で羨ましい限りだ。
Envious. Envy is typically something that you want. Well, fucking definition of envy. You want something the other person has. But another definition of it, it's something that they have that you yourself won't allow yourself to have. And the reason why he's envious of Joker being so free is that Joker can let go. Joker got fucked over by a politician he doesn't know that got him on a false charge and basically ruined his life. But that doesn't define who Joker is. Yes, he wants to bring justice to people, but it's not a shackle around his leg that has him fixated on getting revenge. Whereas for Akechi, his entire fixation is on revenge. So for Joker, that particular experience awakened his persona, but it didn't define who he is, nor did it lock in his future. For Akechi, it might have awoken his persona, but it defined who he is. His life is obsession, whereas Joker's is not. Joker is free, Akechi is not. That's the difference. That's why he's envious. Yeah, he's envious. The Joker has friends and he has awesome people around him. Yes, but that's a very surface level thing. That's like me being envious of the kid next door that has a new car. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It's very surface level. This is a lot deeper than that. This is a very deep conversation. And I'm not just talking about surface level here. They're talking about character-defining experiences.
だよ。もう一勝負するぞ。
And see, he pretty much dismisses it. He's like, you don't really know what you're talking about. And it's kind of like, no, Joker, you don't really know what you're talking about in this situation. Because he thinks that he doesn't understand of the shit that he went through. It's actually the polar opposite. Akechi completely understands the shit the Joker went through because he went through shit on a much larger scale, much earlier in life. So the reason why Akechi is actually interested in Joker is because Joker is going through experiences that Akechi has already gone through. And Akechi can relate to Joker because he's going through a shitty situation. The typical human being doesn't go through so much shit, which is why he finds them really easy and boring. Whereas Joker is complex enough for him to find him interesting. It's just a shame that it's too late. He's beyond redemption. Now, later on, Joker realizes that, oh fuck, Akechi isn't such a bad guy. It's just that his circumstances made him who he is. Which is why he has this resolve to try to save him. He doesn't go around saving people because that's what he does. He empathizes with him. Because he feels him on that level. It's just that it's too late. Akechi understands this, and he basically fucking sums it up. He literally gives it to you in one fucking line.
あと数年早く出会えてたらな。
There it is. He fucking answers the question right fucking there. That's it. That's basically it. That's what I get from it. Mind you, I didn't get this from the game. The game had a lot of information and exposés on different things. But this ties it up with a little ribbon. And he's basically like, why are you stuck on that? Come on, let's keep going. That's really sad. That is really fucking sad. It gives context to the rank 9 and 10 encounter. Because the reason he does what he does is he didn't try to stop Joker and the Phantom Thieves because he wanted to save his father. On some level he did, but he wanted to be the one to end his father. He wanted to stop them from stealing his revenge. And then when he saw that he would no longer have the opportunity to get his revenge, he basically made sure that someone else would by shooting the bulkhead to stop, the shadow of himself from stopping Joker and all that. That's how obsessed he was with revenge. He wasn't obsessed with saving himself. He's like, fuck it, my life is void. I just want revenge. And if these guys are going to get my revenge, so be it. That's really sad. His priority went from self-preservation to vengeance. Which is why they say when you go out for revenge, dig 2 graves. He basically dug his own grave the moment he decided he wanted vengeance. That's fucking tragic. That's fucking tragic. Especially considering the kid's not even 18. He's nothing but potential. Just saying. That's fucking tragic.
明智お前本当は俺はあの時
Fuck. And wouldn't you know it, they play the fucking scene that I just talked about. I wonder if they're going to give context to it now. If they do, it basically confirms my entire theory. These type of experiences have a significant effect on kids. Freud would pretty much argue that a lot of your character is defined in childhood, and I would agree. In that case, like they showed, Akechi wants to become an ally of justice and later becomes corrupted because he realizes that justice itself is actually broken by the very system that it's in. But I know from personal experience how much of an effect this has, because in my personal experience, my home situation, as you know, is completely fucked. But one of the memories that sticks with me is when we ended up moving to a new house here, when I first moved to Australia after coming from overseas due to the bombings, we ended up finding like this toy car set, you know, these racing car sets that basically work on like electricity. They go in these big circles, like these, you know, like it basically has an electronic track and you basically follow. Anyway, I was playing in the pathway between the living room and one of the bedrooms with it as a kid. And I remember my father was pissed off and he basically got upset. And I said something, I basically talked back, like he was saying, why are you playing here? Don't play here. And I said something and he basically picked up the toy and literally just crushed it in his hands. And that stuck with me as a kid because one, I was sad. Yes, he destroyed a toy that I had. Two, obviously he didn't buy me any toys because he was a piece of shit. Broken home aside and all that sort of shit. But I found out very quickly as I grew up that anything that I got from other people can be taken away. So even in high school, my obsession became with getting my own things. So as soon as I was able to, you know, like get employment, and I figured out very quickly how you could make money as a kid, right? I was playing like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And I won cards, and then I basically sold cards to kids. When I had a PlayStation, I ended up buying it myself, you know, with the money. Then I was selling video game save files for like $40, $50 and using that money. So basically, whenever he would get pissed off at me, he would take away things that I had. But since I bought them, they were mine. He couldn't take them away. So I learned very quickly the importance of having control in your own life, because it doesn't give people the opportunity to take things away from you. Which you might think, all right, that's very minor. No. My mindset as a kid was that I wanted to be a pilot, an airplane pilot, or to become a doctor. But as a result of that trauma as a kid, I grew up obsessed with understanding how to make money so I could control my own life, which meant that my interest switched from, you know, service, making people happy, looking after people, switched to an obsession with learning how to make money. And so I went down the path of business and economics, which is what I ended up studying. But then I also formed an interest in IT because, like I said, I found out very quickly how to make money. I wanted to play video games. I couldn't play computer video games. So I ended up learning, obviously, to save some money because, you know, you got to build your own computer and fix your own viruses. I ended up getting an interest in tech, and I ended up combining my interests of tech and business. Ended up doing an IT degree as well as a business degree, and now I'm employed by one of the biggest telecommunication companies in the world in their business division. But I'm also doing this on the side. But again, childhood experiences like that can effectively define your character on such a level that you can't explain, because these experiences are rooted so deep that you don't remember what the experience or the trauma is, but it affects you. And in order to sort of treat it, psychologists typically keep trying to dive deeper and deeper until they find that root cause. And then once you find the root cause, you can identify it and try to rationalize it, and that's how you start going through the healing process, which is why I have such an interest in psychology, because of course I grew up in a very interesting environment. So wanted to really understand myself, which fortunately now I do. But such moments like this, like a lot of people would dismiss these scenes as filler or just a throwaway scene or a flashback, but they hold a lot of weight for a character, especially characters like Joker, like Akechi, because these are defining life moments. In this example, Joker is learning about Akechi after he's already gone. He's only now realizing why he made certain decisions, and only now realizing some of the extents of his motivation. He's looking back in hindsight. He's thinking about those conversations, because at the time there were one-way conversations where Akechi understood Joker. Joker didn't understand Akechi. Now thinking back, he can understand Akechi. He can now understand the meaning of his words. At the time, he didn't understand them. He didn't get it, because Joker was looking at it from his point of view. But his point of view had not matured enough, did not have that experience yet to see the full picture. Now the Joker has gone through the whole experience and seen what Akechi has gone through and the decisions he's made, he's beginning to realize why. And now all the things that he said ages ago begin to make sense. Hindsight is 20/20. Hindsight is a bitch. But that's what's happening. This is not so much fan service as it is character exposition after the fact. And it's done very well. Which is why I'm a little bit surprised that people told me that the Persona 5 anime is shit. Because from what I'm seeing, it's very fucking good. Like, this on a character analysis level, and I get not everyone likes this, but this is really well thought out. Interesting thing about his design is that his emblem on his suit represents Robin Hood, and he holds over his heart while his tie represents Loki, choking and restraining him. I really like this. I want to watch the whole anime if it's like this. And this makes it only sadder. Imagine being Joker in this situation. For anyone that has played MGS, Metal Gear Solid, you've practically got, for Joker, the equivalent of the ending of Metal Gear Solid for Big Boss. You go through everything, and only now do you understand the significance of everything that was said. Imagine the replay value of Persona 5. After you realize everything that's said, you could replay the game and understand the interactions on a whole different level. That's really well made. I give credit to that. That is fucking amazing. Very few games in anime pull it off. Very few. Very few. A lot are good the first time round, but after the plot twist, they're shit. Because everything is just surface level. This is a lot deeper. Look, I'm giving an example, Fab. He's not as deep as Big Boss, alright? He didn't sacrifice as much, but he's having one of those moments of reflection. And it hits like a fucking truck. And I'm sure everyone's had these moments in their own life. Whether it be a friend that they've lost because they've said or done something stupid, a former relationship they've been in, or just the regret of not saying something or saying something to a loved one that's no longer around. We all know what that feels like. That's practically what Joker's going through right now. This is Joker's grieving process. He's still thinking about it, and he's still unable to let go. He's still going to the places where he went with Akechi. He's still thinking of Akechi. He's still looking at the crossword puzzles that Akechi did. Like, Is he going to let go at the end of this? Is he going to be able to accept this? That's what I found really interesting about Persona 5 Royale. I had a hunch that Akechi might not actually be alive, and it ended up being that Akechi was, you know, the wish that Joker had for him to be alive. And in the end, Akechi was basically like, do you really think I would want to go out like this? I go out on my own terms. It's really interesting. That's fucking deep. Well, lucky for me, I've got some Jack Daniels from last night, so I'll drink to that. This is deep shit. This was a good game. I'm really happy we played this game. It was really good. Oh my god, and they're stepping on his photo? Seriously? What cunts?
あと数年早く出会えていたらか。
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? That just, see what I mean? That fucking line. That fucking line. See, I should just shut up. They're probably going to point out everything that I've been talking about for the past 20 minutes. But that just confirms it. That just confirms it.
でもそんな都合のいい奇跡は起こらない。
Oh my god. Was this made before or after Royale? Before. Those motherfuckers. How much you want to bet at this point they went, hang on. Hang on. Miracle. And he's basically going to go through that entire thought process that we just went through for 20 minutes while on the bed. And trust me, I've been there, done that dozens of times. Life's a bitch. This is the OVA and Valentine will also use the Persona 5 Royale promotional material. I wonder why!
あと数年早く出会えていたらか。でもそんな都合のいい奇跡は起こらない。
This entire OVA was developed to pull at the heartstrings of Akechi fans to get them all emotional so that as soon as they show Akechi in the trailer for Royale, people buy it. I know, it's a tactic they use in marketing all the time. You need to cook? What are you cooking? Cook some takoyaki. I love takoyaki.
あいつならそう言うんだろう。でも俺は諦めたくない。俺なりの正義の証を。
So he basically has a wish. He's practically created a wish in his mind. Fuck, this is good! Guys, we need to react to the Persona 5 anime. I'm just saying. We need to. Just saying. I don't know if it will be able to go up on YouTube because YouTube's been a bitch about anime. They took down JoJo, but they left Overlord. I'll try to put it up on YouTube, but we might react to it on Twitch and then see if we can put it up on YouTube. And if it can't go to YouTube, you'll have to go to Patreon. But we need to watch it. Guys, we need to watch it. We need to. We need to. This is so good. Wait, why is a piece missing?
急にどうした？誰とやるんだ？
友達です。
Oh god.
負けっぱなしは趣味じゃない。だろ。
Oof! I just gotta chill down my spine. I don't know about you guys. Oof! 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 Who the hell told me the anime was shit? Can you react to Persona 5 for Beginners by Super Butterbuns? It's on the Persona channel. Well, this is a meme stream. We'll react to all of them. In the anime, chess was the game you played with Akechi most. we've got all these videos to react to. We've had our Akechi rant, so I'm gonna keep ranting to a minimal. Hopefully we can get through all the scenes that we missed in the game and watch more of the memes. We're gonna take a quick 3-minute break so I can get water, so you guys can get snacks, and we're gonna continue with the reaction. If you haven't already, make sure you follow and enable notifications. We're live every weekend. If you want to check out the LP for Persona 5 Royale, it is on the gaming channel. A link is below. If you scroll down a little bit, it'll take you to the gaming channel. I'm uploading a Persona 5 LP video every second day. About 60 videos already up on the gaming channel. So by all means, binge away if you like. I'll be uploading the rest as quick as I can. I'm just dealing with a little bit of copyright. And like I said before, reaction videos to anime and other good stuff is going on the reaction channel. Again, another link is a little bit down if you scroll. Make sure you subscribe to both so you don't miss it. If you want to join our community, there's a link to the Discord. We've got 2,000 of us chilling there whenever we're not live streaming. This is typically what we get up to every weekend. So if this tickles your fancy, why not join? All right, guys, quick 3-minute break so we can grab a drink, play an ad so we don't get any ads. Kuma, remember you pointed out Akechi's Arcana had the money way more than the heart. I think it may be less about money and more about something he values more than his heart. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, guys, quick 3-minute break and we'll be right back.
I'm running on empty, man. Behold, a saucy, zesty masterpiece. Ain't nothing better than this. Get out, dumbass! Here you go, my treat! Yes, it's all good.